This is a presentation on participatory vendor selection. It is very important to select the right vendor because they play a very important role in the success of the healthcare organization. It is also important that there is consensus among the users. Reaching this consensus can be difficult. Therefore, we will use a systematic 7-step method in order to bring us closer to consensus and choosing the right vendor. First, relevant stakeholders are identified and are invited to participate. This allows a voice to the dynamic stakeholders in a healthcare organization. Second, each stakeholder is interviewed and a model of their preferences are created and taken into consideration. Third, the group is then invited to meet and revise a consensus model developed from the individual interviewers in Step 2. In Step 4, the group proposes a scoring procedure to go hand in hand with a revised consensus model. In Step 5, the group discusses their major differences and clarify their assumptions and redo the scoring procedure. In Step 6, the group measures the vendor's performance on various criteria and uses the consensus model to arrive at one overall score for the vendor. Finally, in Step 7, the facilitator documents the group's consensus model and the scores that various vendors have received and distributes these results throughout the entire organization. Through individual interviews, we can begin to quantify the preferences of the stakeholders. These interviews generally take about 1 hour and can be completed over the phone. The interview consists of identifying the attributes the participant feels are important, followed by developing the scoring system that will be used to rank these attributes. The experts were first asked to identify the attributes they will consider in selecting a vendor. The experts were then asked to identify the best and the worst levels of each attribute. The best level was given a score of 100, the worst level was given a score of 0, and the experts then chose a value for the level in the middle. Next, each attribute is assigned a level of importance relative to the others. This gives each attribute a weight rating, which can be seen on the left. Expert 1 selected usability, cost, and compatibility as the most important attributes. Usability was given a weighted score of 0.69, cost was given a weight of 0.23, and compatibility was given a weight of 0.09. Expert 2 selected impact on business, ease of use, and cost as the most important attributes. Impact on business was given the highest weight of 0.72, ease of use was next with 0.18, and cost was last with a weight of 0.08. After the presentation of the straw model during the group meeting, it was decided that ease of use was the most important attribute, followed by cost, and then compatibility. The two experts quantified the best and worst outcomes for each attribute, and then systematically assigned weights for each attribute. Compatibility was the least important, cost was 4 times more important than compatibility, and ease of use was 2 times more important than cost. Using the consensus model, 3 vendors were evaluated using the attributes and weights agreed upon by the group. The levels in which each vendor meets each attribute is given a rating between 0 and 100. In each category, the vendor with the worst ranking gets a value of 0, and the best gets a value of 100. Intermediate levels are rated by a number in between 0 and 100. The ratings were then multiplied by the weights. Using these calculations, each vendor was assigned a point value. The overall score is calculated by multiplying the weights times the rating. For instance, vendor C received 88 points because the weight for ease of use, 0.6, is multiplied by 100. The weight for cost is multiplied by 60, and the weight for compatibility is multiplied by 100. Because vendor C has the highest point value, it should be chosen. Quantifying subjective data into objective data is important in providing a decisive and collaborative decision in selecting a vendor. This process not only brings in the ideas and concerns of important stakeholders, but it also allows for rational decisions to be made through substantive means.